I want my ENDtv.
Let's get right into it. U.S. news. President Trump's major policy and spending plan that has been, contested by several people, specifically Elon Musk. The one that has been called the One Big Beautiful Bill has officially passed the U.S. House of Representatives after a tense and dramatic fight within his own party, apparently. So this bill is actually quite huge. It's nearly 800 pages long. I don't know how the heck these things even get through. This is madness.
Who writes these things?
But it's no different from like the European Parliament too. Like when they're passing these things are so long. Like and nobody reads them. Let's be honest. I don't believe anybody. Yeah.
What a waste of like time and space and money and
Paper
effort and everything.
as well.
Like imagine you write it and you can probably write some bullshit in some sentences and nobody would ever know.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's been uncovered already in many cases, but this covers a lot of ground. It includes a massive $150 billion boost for defense spending, tax cuts for individuals and businesses. That seems to be a good thing. Cuts to important social programs like Medicaid and food stamps, which many see as a bad thing, obviously. That will affect the more socially vulnerable or economically vulnerable, and new measures to tighten border security. But not everyone in the Republican Party, or Trump's Republican Party as they're calling it, was happy about it. I'd already know one, being Rand Paul. A group of conservative Republicans worried the bill spends too much money and would increase the national debt. This is obviously what Rand Paul brought up, and they refused to back it at first. However, Trump hasn't held back, and on his social media platform, Truth Social, he criticized those lawmakers, calling their hesitation ridiculous, and warned that their actions could damage the Republican Party's reputation with voters. I hate to say it, I think the GOP already did that themselves after a long period of time. He pressured them to support the bill. Not sure if that's such a great thing, in my opinion. And despite the pushback, the bill survived a tough vote in the House. And to make things more complicated, Democrats tried to delay the bill's progress by talking for hours. This is also a tactic that many of the parties use, sometimes against one another. In fact, one Democratic leader, Representative Hakeem Jeffries, spoke nonstop for more than 8 hours to slow things down and highlight concerns about the bill. So after nearly, oh my God, this is madness. After nearly 29 hours of debate, the bill passed with enough Republican support to move forward. So now let's talk about what actually is in the bill. Oh, we already mentioned that.
Yeah, the BBC, right?
Yeah, the big beautiful. Yeah. So the main problem that people, especially Democrats, have raised concern over is that the bill includes cuts to social welfare programs like Medicaid and SNAP, programs that provide medical care, food assistance to millions of Americans, and it contains tougher immigration policies aimed at securing the U.S. border. So fact checkers from the BBC take this with a grain of salt, of course, because, always look into these things yourselves, but we present them as they are. They looked at some of Trump's claims about the bill and found that some promises like job creation and tax savings were overstated. They also pointed out that the bill could increase the federal deficit. Well, this has also been, brought up by the likes of Elon Musk and Rand Paul specifically. That means the government might borrow more money unless the economy grows much faster than expected. This has always been the issue because there's always these promises made that, we're going to be making more money. But the problem is, by the time that you increase the job market and increase spending and such from within domestically to raise the domestic economy, you're still borrowing way too much, and therefore then you're in debt. It's the mentality of spending a lot so you don't have to spend more in the future, but increasing your credit card debt and then still having to pay that off, and that just the interest just keeps accumulating over time. So
hell no.
So while this is a big win for Trump and his supporters, it's also exposing the divisions that are currently rising within the Republican Party, and it raises concerns about the country's financial future, obviously. And I think this is an issue that is not only isolated to the United States of America. I think it's obviously a concern that we're seeing also across Europe because of their A ridiculous astronomical amount that they're putting into funneling money into this, their own defense plans.
Yeah.
So we can relate on to, Elon Musk versus Trump. So as we all know, the bromance is over, but the political feud isn't over this big, beautiful bill. So
Do you reckon he's gonna get into politics or something?
We are
Was that
getting
his
it.
intention?
Yeah,
Or-
he does raise that. He does raise that. Yeah, because basically Musk publicly threatened the Republican lawmakers who hesitated to back Trump's massive spending and policy package known as the Big Beautiful Bill. And Musk warned that those who oppose the bill could face damage to their political careers. And he's not wrong there because, obviously people will vote these people out eventually if they don't like
Is Musk
what.
American?
Yes, he is American.
Because I think he was raised in
He was born in South Africa, but he's American. Yeah.
Okay.
And despite those warnings, these lawmakers, Republican, are not worried or intimidated by his threats. And yeah. So this feud between Musk and Trump has escalated publicly. Trump continues to pressure the Republicans on social media to support the bill, as we mentioned, which got passed. And Musk has now continued to criticize both Trump and these GOP lawmakers for their handling of the legislation. There's a video, in fact, that we can show about this.
The falling out between President Donald Trump and Elon Musk could be taking an intense new turn after Musk repeatedly trashed the bill, with the president threatening Musk companies, including Tesla and SpaceX. National correspondent Matt Gelko reports from Washington.
Elon Musk was mostly quiet about politics for the last few weeks, but came back into the fray with a barrage of posts trashing the One Big Beautiful Bill, calling it debt slavery. Saying the bill would lead to America going bankrupt, he posted that members of Congress in favor of it should hang their heads in shame, promised to back primary challenges to members who supported it, and floated the idea of forming a new political party, the America Party, if the bill passes.
There you go.
America. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something Team America related, but
Wouldn't it be interesting if he establishes this today? Like if he puts in the filing and the paperwork.
what a day to start
Today,
it on.
this would be the perfect timing to, and I don't know
Yeah.
if he has mentioned anything on X recently. Maybe we should check.
Could have even called it America or something. America.
American Party. The thing is, many people tend to always. There's been so many different parties, related to this, to this name, to the name America. There's the American Conservative Party, which was kind of like a third party also that was running, and then the American Constitutionalist Party, and there was the unfortunate America First, which was pushed by, unfortunately, someone who was a pseudo crypto fascist who was obviously started by Nick J. Fuentes. He's a live streamer and a political commentator who is actually banned across all social media platforms, which I think is also silly. But he still streams on his own platform, live streaming platform called cozy.tv. But yeah, he's been pushing that movement, the America First movement. This is the movement that was actually Ye, when he was trying to run, he kind of jumped on it temporarily. Anyway, I'm trying to have a look and see if Elon Musk has posted anything recent in relation to this.
A bit more of this video.
Yeah.
I say hell has frozen over a second time. Look, but Elon Musk is right about this. He's got it exactly right.
It's a far cry from when Musk and the president were buddy-buddy through the first few months of Trump's second term.
You have been treated unfairly, but the vast majority of people in this country really respect and appreciate you. You're invited to stay as long as you want.
A 1 a.m. Truth Social post from the president ripped into Musk, claiming he was mad about losing electric vehicle mandates. He then suggested taking away government subsidies from Musk companies, saying it would save America a fortune.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we can actually show a recent tweet that he posted, oddly enough, where he's actually saying, Independence Day is the perfect time to ask if you want independence from the two-party, some would say uni-party, system. Should we create the American Party? And if I look at it now, it's 62.1% saying yes, 37.9% saying no. There you go. Yeah.
Can I see like the results without
Just
having to
click. Just
one?
say yes or no, and then you'll see the results. Yeah. There you go. And yeah, if you click the post itself, there might be some interesting comments there. Good. And he follows up with, one way to execute on this would be to laser focus on just 2 or 3 Senate seats and 8 to 10 House districts. Interesting. That limits actually the terms for these offices, and also like the amount, right? Given the razor thin legislative margins, that would be enough to serve as the deciding vote on contentious laws, ensuring that they serve the true will of the people. There's no wrong there.
Didn't he also say that he wanted like a party that was centrist, like not left or right, and something?
He was never really left or right. That's the point. Like he is a liberal, but then again, the term liberal has been misrepresented to define simply, someone on the left, when it's just over time been associated because of social liberalism, obviously. But yeah, as you brought up, people are wondering if Elon Musk might start his own political party after all the drama of Trump and this big, beautiful bill. However, it's super tough to pull off in the US. The whole system is built around these 2 big parties. This is part of the problem. It is, and until people wake up and recognize it, nothing will change. So starting a new one means dealing with tons of headaches, like getting on ballots, raising cash, convincing voters to switch teams, and that's always been an issue. I mean, we even saw that with, even if you want to run as an independent, and that's been the case. Like Bernie Sanders went through that process and then gave up, and that's why he joined back again with the Democrats. RFK Jr. was trying that after he saw that he had no, chance. Yeah. But Musk does have money and fame and a platform, and he does. He could have the support to do this, especially from the youth, who are the new voters coming in. And even though he doesn't have the real support right now, it's still an interesting idea. And who knows, like, this man, when he puts his mind to something, he will do it. So people didn't believe that he was going to buy out Twitter. Yeah, but he did. So who
knows what the real intentions were, to get Trump back or for him to get more power.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Watch this space, and I'm not holding my breath, because I know that if he really wants to do it, he'll probably do it. That's for sure. Yeah. So anyway, moving on to other news.
Let's move on.
After halting live,
see the other video about this?
Oh yeah, we can have a look at it.
We asked the question because it's been asked yet again. Is it time for a new political party? If Trump's reconciliation bill passes, Elon Musk believes the America Party is going to get formed the next day in opposition. We'll see if he's telling the truth on that one. But it is true that when it comes to our politics, a lot of Americans are frustrated by the Democratic and Republican 2-party system. In fact,
not only
a poll by
Americans.
NBC
Not only Americans. We're seeing this now. We're seeing this in the UK. Oh, the UK right now, everybody's fed up with Labour and the Conservatives. And we're seeing this across the board. Even I think it's developing also in France. It's developing. But the problem is, people say one thing and they like to complain, but, they don't do anything about it. Stop voting in the same knuckleheads and stop voting. The prices.
Vote for either for something that they have some interest in, or the lesser of 2 evils.
The problem with I hate that argument, like when people say, "Oh, it's a lesser of 2 evils." It's still evil. So you're not assisting the situation.
You're not any better.
Every new day. Every new day.